Now that I am aware of these lesser parallels, I want to find them. I spent a few nights searching for them, but I could not find anything. I couldn't even find the fantasy one that I was at previously. I also realized I could not retain names. I could not remember the names of anybody I met, unless if I already knew them in real life, so I could not find the people who took me before. But one night, I did find a lesser parallel. It was on the side of a parallel similar to my own. So this one started out like any other. I went to sleep, I left my body as a ghost and went to Crescent Lane. I went through the portal. I ended up in a similar parallel to my own. I don't exactly remember how I found it. I don't even remember going to the Crescent Lane there. But I did find the bubble for a side parallel. This one wasn't a fantasy universe though, not entirely. This one was like any other parallel you could go to. I even had a me that I could possess. But since this universe was weaker, it could be altered by your mind a lot easier. So magic was a thing in this world. It was also very unstable. Anyone's stray thoughts could cause disaster. That is not the main danger of this lesser parallel though. The majority of society was in a war with a demon that liked to eat human hearts. I told my sister of this parallel, what was going on and where I came from, and this gave her hope to help fight the demon. Since I was from a greater parallel, my mind is stronger than the others, and I could create lots more magic. The demon himself was also from another parallel, and actually got banished from a greater parallel. I assume it's the one that the smaller parallel was bubbled off of. So me and my sister start following the trail to the demon. It split off into two ways, so she went one way and I went the other. I ended up in finding the demon and I fought him. The magic of that parallel did nothing to the demon. He ended up in eating my heart. So now I don't have a body and I was a ghost again. Before I fought the demon though, I called my sister and told her that I found him. So she was now on her way. I wanted to warn her what was going on, but I couldn't because I was a ghost. So I thought maybe if I connected to my body in the other parallel, I thought it might give me enough juice to be able to speak to her. Well, now there's a connection between the lesser parallel and the greater one that I just created, so the demon pounces on it to try to get through. So now I'm panicked, thinking he's going to get to my universe and I start fighting it. Well, I ended up in actually getting out of bed and running into the backyard. The demon gets to me and punches me in the face, and I tried to push him into the in-between. He flies into the dark void and I fully wake up in the backyard. Now in real life I actually have a black eye and have to try to explain that to people. The next part though still bothers me till today. Things are different now. Not major things, but just small things. There were childhood memories that up to this day I remembered and everybody remembered. After that dream, nobody remembers them anymore, or if they did remember them, they remembered them differently. One example are cartoons that I used to watch as a kid. Some of the intros are slightly different. There is one cartoon that was very important to me as a kid. In my memory, it came out in 2005. I was excited about it and was waiting for it to come out for a month because it was going to be the first cartoon where I seen the first episode and watched every episode thereof, which I did. But now, the cartoon did not come out in 2005, it came out in 1999. The internet and everyone in the world agrees it came out in 1999, but before I had the dream, the internet and the world all agreed it came out in 2005. One other example is I bought some swords off the internet when I was in high school. These swords I decided to trade to my friend. I regretted it for years because they were sentimental, because I was able to get them at a young age when I wasn't supposed to be able to. This parallel, however, I did not trade them to him, and after the dreams I noticed that the swords were back in my gun case. I don't think I made it back to my original parallel. I think I am in the one that had the side lesser parallel connected to it. I've tried to find the original again, but my string brings me back to this one. I also noticed that Crescent Lane hasn't changed. In the one that had the fantasy universe, behind Crescent Lane was an ocean instead of a forest. When I go back there, it is still the forest. I suppose it doesn't matter, and I've done too much in this one to want to go back. I do, however, go to the portal sparingly. It's not 100% safe like I thought it was.